We are living in a time of technological advancement and towering skyscrapers. But it's no secret that the more we develop technologically, the less we connected with the nature. Living in harmony with nature means not just using and possessing the resources of nature, but also protecting and preserving it. Perhaps no people in the world are closer to the nature than the nomadic herders, as their livelihood totally depends on its mercy. While constantly moving around the earth looking for fresh pastures to graze their animals, they have developed their own unique culture, tradition and lifestyle. Mongolia's vast steppes are home to one of the world's last surviving nomadic cultures. Today, about 30% of the country's population continues to live traditional nomadic lifestyle, tending more than 50 million livestock. The nomad's life has changed very little since old days, and they are preserving and continuing the traditional cultural heritage of tending herds of sheep, goats, camels, yaks, and horses, just as their ancestors have for more than 3,000 years ago. And that's where we, students from YMCA Hong Kong, headed, with the invitation from YMCA Mongolia. The YMCA Mongolia is a non-profit organization committed to strengthening community through youth development, healthy living and social responsibility. Its travel exchange program allows young people to experience culture, tradition, custom, and lifestyle of different nationalities.
Over the past 5 years, YMCA Mongolia have been running a number of programs, and one of that is Global Alternative Tourism Network, also known as GATN program. So what we do is this program, we invite a group of students from Hong Kong, Taiwan, Singapore, and South Korea, and every summer we invite them, and then they come to Mongolia to do community services. This year we had teams from Taiwan and Hong Kong, and they came to Mongolia and working with the primary school children, and so having a good time. And so we are trying to encourage have a meaningful trip, not just come to Mongolia and sightseeing and for pleasure. We want to do more than that, and we really encourage young people to have a meaningful trip through this program.
Through its GATN programs, YMCA Mongolia aims to educate the visitors and the locals about issues that largely affect communities in the country. Most of all, the program emphasizes learning about teamwork, communication, social responsibility, and meaningful cultural exchange.
We send them to have them to expose their daily lifestyle and what they do, what they have to do to go through daily life, like milking cow, or go to riding a horse, and things like that. And this is very unique culture about Mongolia that even our younger generation need to be more aware of it, and also be able to learn from it, and also be able to share this unique culture to international students.
Our destination is a nomadic family in Somtok province, about 40 kilometers south of Ulaanbaatar, the capital city of Mongolia. We wanted to explore and delve into the life of Mongolian nomadic herders, the people who lives in harmony with nature. Of the 5 types animals Mongolians herd, horse is the most prized and valued. It plays an important role in daily life of Mongols as primary means of transportation. A Mongol without a horse is like a bird without the wings. Elizabeth Kendall, who traveled through Mongolia in 1911, wrote, "Today, there are 4 million horses roaming freely in the steppes, mountains and gobi of the country. Mongolian children learn to ride when they are as young as 3 years old. Horse racing is one of the nation's favorite sports, and young children are often the jockeys, as it's believed that the race tests the horse's ability, not the riders."
Horse races in Hong Kong is happen in a very big arena. Yeah, so the horse will go race like around. We have different matches, different distance, and every week we have 2 horse races in Hong Kong. Yeah.
How long is the distance?
I'm not very sure, but maybe like 1.5 kilometer or 2 kilometer.
Mongols have a large vocabulary of horse-related terms with around 300 names of color, which are used just for horse identification. Their vocabulary is so precise in terms for nuances of a horse's coat that despite the number of horses in vicinity, there is never confusion about which horse is being discussed.
The Hong Kong horses is bigger when comparing to the Mongolia's one. And the Hong Kong horses, most of the Hong Kong horses are trained to be wide. So they are more quiet and they will follow the instruction, the orders of the human. But the horse here, maybe they are a bit about, yeah, they are more wild. Yeah, so I love the horse here more because they are more natural and wild. Yeah, I've never seen the wild horse.
Horses also provide airag, a traditional Mongolian drink which is made by fermenting and processing mare's milk. Welcoming guests with big bowl of airag is customary in the country, especially during the summer when milk products are abundant. We asked about the importance of airag in Mongolian culture and tradition.
Airag гэдэг эдээ маань бол одоо эртээр үеэс манай өвгдөө эзэн маань уламжлалж ирсэн манай Монголын үндэсний эдээ ондоо 13 дугаар зууны үеэс хэрэгжилж байсан гэж бодсон. Airag-ны хөрөнгийг бол одоо намрын airag хургаас өмнө эсгий болон аваа материалд шингээж авч хөрөнгө хадгалаад авар хүүгээ барингуудаа хадгалсан тэр хөрөнгө хийж бүлээд airag эсгэж. Бүлнэ гэдэг чи одоо airag эсгэл гэсэн үг л дээ. Ер нь бид нар баг багч нэг 2000-аас 3000 бүлж байж airag сайхан эсдэг гэдэг шүү дээ. Тэр тос тунаал орой хүүгээ давчаал саамаа хийгээл airag бүл 2-оос 3000 бүлж байж airag сайхан болно.
The milk I drink here is have more the taste of the milk, and the milk I drink this morning is more like alcohol. Yeah, but here the milk is a bit like alcohol, but I like the milk here more. Yeah, than that one I drink in the city.
Airag бүлчээд, airag эсгчээд боломжтой орой зүлээ цагаараа бас хорууд нь айл сахалтай хүмүүсээ өөрөө дуудаж агаад бөөнөрөө цуглаж агаад хорууд нь дэмбээд нь 10 дахь гэдэг нутгийн бас тийм наадгаа тоглоомод байна. Энэ зүгээр зугаацхаас гадна бас тэр хоруудж дэмбээд нь тэр бас энэ ч бас тоо хэлж байгаа учраас оюун ухаан сэтгэхгүй бас хөгжүүлэх хүний бас ахвал самбааг сорих тийм ашиг бодолтой бас юм.
Airag is just one of many dairy products or tsarangide Mongolian herders produce from milk of their 5 types of animals year-round. From yogurt to cottage cheese, dried curds and clotted cream, each and every one of 500 milk products is unique and distinct. It is consumed mostly during the summer-autumn season when consumption of meat is rare because animals begin to fatten only after the end of spring. Various rituals and traditions in Mongolia demonstrate the special importance of everything connected with milk and known in the palette of their culture as tsarang ide. Arol, or dried curd, is one of the most popular products in the country as it can be made from any milk except horses. With the help of local herders, we have learned many things about Mongolian dairy products and how it's made.
За тэгээ шахмал ааруулыг хийхийн тулд үхрээ саагаад үхэрчвэ хончвэ саагаад тараг үрнэ. Хөөрүүлээ, сүгэ хөөрүүлээ тараг үрээд бүрсэн таргаан буцалгаад цагаан буцалгана гэж ярина. Тэгээ тэрийгээрээ шүүгээд, халуунаар нь шүүгээд, тэгээ сайхан шүүрээд ирэхээр нь шахаад, хүүдийтэй шахаад, тэгээ зүсээд ингээ ааруул болно доо. Ингээ хатаагаад. За энэ бол бяслаг. Сүгэ саагаал, халаагаал, тэгээд баг зэрэг халаагаад тараг хийгээд ээдүүлээд тэр ээдсэн ингээд ээдэн болоод халуунаар нь шахаад тэгэл бяслаг болж байгаа юм. Тэгээ зүсээ нэг 30 минут тэрээтэй шахаж байгаад байлгаж байгаа. Тэгэл ингээд бяслаг болно. Тэгээ жаахан хатааж угаад өнгийн нэврээж угаа тэгээ зүсдэг. Тэгээл бяслаг.
To me, it's quite fancy because I never see that the process how to make the cheese in Hong Kong, and so it's quite new for me. And the cheese I think is quite sour, and in Hong Kong it's rich in milk flavor, and it's first time to try the cheese made of raw material. And because in Hong Kong we all add salt, sugar or something, so it's quite natural and new. I think it's very tasty because I have never tasted this kind of milk in Hong Kong, and I think it's very new for me and I love it very much because it's full of milk taste, but butter is I think it's just oil. Not that is different.
The traditional method of producing distilled milk vodka or shiminger is still practiced today. Regarded with respect and appreciation, this unique drink is only served during the special occasions such as wedding, birthday, Sansar, and Nadam festival.
Таргаын тогоондоо хийгээд галдаараа тавиад тэгээ халаагаад жаахан бүлээн дөнгөж бүлээн болгоод тэгээд энэ бүрхээрээ тавь. Энийг бүрхээр гэж ярина. Бүрхээрээ тавиад дотор нь хувингаан зүүн. Энийг болохоор ингээд тогоогоо ингээд тавьчихлаа. Гадуур нь жалавч ингээд даавуугаар ингээд ороогоод ингээд үдчихнэ. Тэгээд эн чинь ямар ч салхи авахгүй битүү учраас нөгөө энэ тарганы чинь одоо уур манан гэдэг юм уу тэгдэг л ба. Тэр нь ингээд цаахан арих болоод тэгээ энэ тогооноос чинь гоожоод энэ тогоонд чинь л одоо энэ үний чинь сайхан юу нэг дээшээ хөөрч тогоонд чи ягаад тогоогоноос доошоо гоожоод тэгээ арих болж юу Монгол арих. Тэгээ сайхан аваад хувинтай нь аваад тэгэл Монгол арих бэлэн болж байгаа юм чинь.
The Mongolian nomadic way of life and the country's climatic conditions has given rise to the specific methods of preserving meat. The most widespread one is air drying or bortslach. Borts is air-dried meat cut into long strips which are hung in the shade.
Одоо ичи өвөл махан хөлдөөгөө дөнгөж хөлдөөгөөл тэгэл яснаас нь шуулж аваад тэгээ жижиг ингээд тогсон ч болон зүгээр жижиг нэгхэн хараад тэгээ тавиад тэгээ тэр чин өвөлжөнгөө ил задгай салхинд байгаад байхаар чин сайхан хонгор урцуулдаг байхгүй юу? Тэгж хийж биш. Хонгор урцж яах вэ? Эмийн журмаар хэрглэж ил байсан юм билээ. Ер нь бол бас баг хэрглэж байсан юм шиг байгаа шүү. Борцыг баг хийж байсан юм шиг байгаа. Өнөөх юу байхгүй учраас ичинд ер нь цөөхөн мал хэрглэж байсан. Идэж. Тэгээд баг хэрглэж байсан юм билээ. За тэгээ хатаагаал хэрглэж байсныг л борт татсан 2-3 сар л хатааж байгаа юм л да. Тэгэл хураагаад авна тэрнийг л борц гэж хэлж байгаа юм. Тэгээ сайхан хонгор шаргал болчихж байгаа юм. Өөр хатаад одоо муухай болохгүйгээр тэгээ тэрийг нүдээд хүнсэндээ хэрглэж байсан.
As a main diet in the country, meat also holds great significance to the people in land of blue sky, especially intestines of sheep and goat. Throughout the centuries, nomads have developed unique way of processing and using the every part of an animal. Not wasting any part of an animal is fundamental philosophy of nomadic herding lifestyle. It's custom for Mongolians to serve their honorable guests with boiled intestines, and our host family also presented us with this meal.
I think it is yummy, and it is quite fun because in Hong Kong we just only see little pieces. They have already made it for us, but it is a great experience for me to see the process of cutting it.
There's a shop near the place I'm working, and every time when I walk past it, the shop is selling the pork. They will kill the pork and they will sell the meat of the pork. But every time when I pass the shop, I see they will put all the organ in a box and then they will throw it away at night. So it is a bit surprise for me to see Mongolian people will keep all the organ and they will cook. And in Hong Kong, the only organ we can eat is the beef, just like so easy. And usually it will come with noodles. And we'll cut the organ in pieces and then we'll serve with noodles. So we've never seen a bowl full of the organ, so it is very interesting.
For Mongolians, the home is ger. This portable round tent covered with felt has been used as dwelling by nomads hundreds of thousands years. It embodies the values and philosophies of the nomadic herding lifestyle. A yurt is designed to be dismantled and the parts carried compactly on camels or yaks to be rebuilt on another place with complete construction takes around only 2 hours. The constructive principle of the Mongol yurt has changed little since Genghis Khan's times. Only a few elements were adapted to newly developed or imported technology such as carpentry. This made it possible to construct a wooden crown similar to a wheel in place of a simple piece of wood bent into a circle. Even more obvious are the use of a wooden door instead of a felt curtain and the iron stove with a chimney in a place of open fire. Other than that, Mongolians are still living in the same gear that's passed down from their ancestors.
When I come here, when I see all green, all the mountains and all animals, no people, it is totally different with Hong Kong. Because in Hong Kong, it's so crowded, so many people, so noisy, but here I just feel very peaceful. And actually I'm a Christian, then I will feel, wow, how the creation of my God. Yeah, I love this peaceful, and I would like to actually I want to stay one more night here. And then I can do more things with my homestay owner. I can try to touch the animal more because some animal feel so scared of me and go away.
These vast steppes, high mountains and Gobi deserts stretching from Altai Town Boat to Nomads National Park have been home to Mongolian nomadic herders for many thousands years, and still are today. They are the people who are proud of their history, respect their tradition, and value their culture. Because this intangible cultural heritage, passed down from their ancestors, defines them as a nation and distinguishes from others. Today, due to globalization and climate change, many nomadic families are resettling in the cities, leaving behind their traditional way of life. With this endless migration towards cities and sedentary lifestyle, more and more aspects of nomadic herding culture and heritage are being lost or forgotten. That's why we, the youth of this digital generation, must learn, explore, and care about the nomadic cultures that are in danger of being left behind or even become extinct. Because they are the people who can teach us how to live in harmony with nature.